Sarcasm was the second lowest. We were talking about it at work. Maybe they've changed it. But I expect you know, being a writer.
BBC Wales investigation which unearthed important new evidence.
During the course of our 3-month inquiry, we tracked down John, a former resident of the now closed Brynestyn Children's Home at Wrexham. He's been interviewed by North Wales Police, but didn't tell them the whole story. John says he was abused at the hands of a former senior North Wales police officer. Dr John Marek, the MP for Wrexham, says North Wales Police's failure to obtain John's evidence itself puts a question mark over the force's ability to investigate a former officer.
I think the case is now overwhelming for the Chief Constable to bring in an outside police force presence.
In a statement, North Wales Police stressed they're ready and able to investigate any allegations of abuse.
And they're the headlines from Wales Tonight. The late update, 5 past midnight. The weather now, though, with Penny Tranter.
Good evening. Some very wet and very windy weather for much of the country during the course of tonight and again tomorrow. But for tonight, the worst of the weather is going to be in western and northern Scotland and Northern Ireland, with southerly gales and 80-mile-an-hour gusts giving hazardous driving conditions. And we have an additional problem over Scotland, where heavy rain will also give a rapid thaw of lying snow, leading to localised flooding and hazardous driving conditions. Now, the reason for all that bad weather is this complex area of low pressure with its associated fronts, which is going to move quite quickly southwards and eastwards during the course of tomorrow, with some very strong winds still over much of the north. Already we've got strong gale force winds over much of Ireland and western Scotland, and they'll be pushing eastwards and northwards during the course of tomorrow. But by the end of tomorrow, still gale force winds over northern Scotland, where the winds start to die down further south. For tonight, a good deal of cloud right across the country, heavy rain into Northern Ireland, much of Scotland and western parts of England and Wales, and the gales gradually pushing their way northwards and also eastwards. But it will be a mild end to the night everywhere, particularly in the south, with temperatures around 9 degrees. Tomorrow morning, a band of cloud and rain over much of western and northern Britain, gradually pushing southwards and eastwards, clearing the extreme southeast later on in the day, but some very heavy showers coming into parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland. Tomorrow, a wet start over much of the country, very windy, a miserable day really in much of England and Wales, but already some brighter showery weather coming into Northern Ireland and Scotland, leading to extremely wintry showers as we go through the day in that part of the world. Drier weather coming into Northern Ireland and the Midlands and Wales, but the rain hanging on there in southeast England right until the end of the day. But it will be mild there, but much cooler as we go further north. And then on Saturday, further heavy rain and strong winds in the north and west.
What's Lovejoy cooking up this week?
I bet he's not eating. I bet he's neglecting himself. How could you?
I don't need £6 for 1 week.
I'm not amused.
I want to borrow 10 grand for a week.
I feel used. Soiled.
The chips are down for Lovejoy, Sunday, 7:30 on 1.
For the same price as a day's BBC,
the number you require is 0957.
you can get half a directory inquiry. The BBC, the best value television and radio there is.
Now it's time for laughter on BBC Wales on 1 as we dig into our store of specially selected canned carrot.
I'm a little nervous right now because tomorrow is going to be a very traumatic day.